When the editor starts, it automatically loads the default model, which is the spaceship. Here in render view, we can do certain things with the model. We can rotate it by holding the middle mouse button. We can also move it right, left, up and down by holding down the right mouse button. If we hold the X, we can move it on the X-axis. Holding down Y moves it on the Y-axis alone, and holding Z moves it on the Z-axis. We can also zoom out and zoom back in. Finally, we can left click to move freely through the scene. Here in Models panel, we can load new models. So if we click Add, navigate to Game, Resources, Models, and we can choose Asteroid. It's now loaded. We can also load different textures. So if we select the spaceship again, double click the texture column, we have to navigate up a few levels, and now we can select the texture. We can also load multiple textures at the same time. They are now available through a right-click drop-down menu. Here we have lights. This is the basic ambient light. We can turn it off. If we now add a diffuse light and increase the intensity by a little, you can now see that behind the spaceship we have shadows. Sorry for my drunken driving. You can see that the light is coming from this direction, imitating the light we get from the sun. We can also change the color, so we can have it yellow, or we can have it green. If we turn on the ambient light again, now we have the mix of the two. We can turn that off now. Actually put it back to white and turn off the diffuse. We also have point and spotlights, but we'll talk about those a little later. This is the physics panel. First we can turn it on, and let's show physics. This is the physical mesh. We can choose different meshes from the drop-down menu. The meshes are automatically generated when a model is loaded. Static means that the mesh cannot move. The others can. This is a basic testing ground, and we can shoot boxes at it. If we click drop again, it will reset the scene. Static means that the mesh will not move. You can see there are some glitches, but this is more reason to not to use the more complex mesh, but to use one of the compound or convex meshes. We can show wireframe, and let's turn everything off. This is the settings panel. It has controls and target on it. We'll talk about those more a little later. And that's all for the models panel.